What's up, guys? Welcome to our show, Melody and what's her name?
Melody Mystery.
Melody and Mystery
M&M.
Mix. I'm Ryan,
I'm Kadisa.
I'm Lamicia.
And I'm Laz.
and today we mostly talk about pop culture, and like true crimes.
Other
And kicking
topics.
off today, we have Khadisa.
I'm going to be talking about true crimes. So today I'm going to be talking about the Central Five. Um, I'm familiar with this topic. I know a lot of y'all might have heard about this topic. Just to get a little heads up on Black History Month. So basically, Central Five is about this lady, Trisha Maylee. She went on a run at night, April 19, 1989. She went for a run and she didn't come back home. So the police went to go look for her later in the morning, and they heard that there were these five other teenage boys at the same park she was at, and they were causing trouble. So they took them in for questioning, and they questioned them. Yada yada yada. They had no lawyers, nothing. Their parents would come in and out of this where they were questioning them, and they gaslit them into thinking that they did something. They were telling them, "Oh, other people have told us you already. We know that you did that, but yada yada." So the boys just started believing that they did it, and they were telling them, "Yeah, we did it. We did this. We did that." But the thing was that what they were saying didn't align with each other and didn't align with the DNA or with her stab wounds. Basically, they were saying, yeah, we did do this, we did do that. But their stories weren't aligning. Also, the proof wasn't aligning with what they were saying. So even though the proof didn't align, nothing aligned, the prosecutors were like, oh, no, 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 still the story, it matches up. So we're going to take them in. We're going to put them in jail. So they got arrested. They were in jail. Years later, this guy who had already been arrested for some other crimes that he did, he comes forward and he was like, yeah, I was the one that did it. And he told them exactly how he did it and what he did, and her stab wounds and everything matched with what he was saying. So later, 2002, they released them, they gave them compensation, and the guy got arrested. So yeah, they got justice and their compensation.
Yeah, and I also want to add, due to the Innocence Project, they gave those boys another
Yeah.
chance to prove their innocence and catch the actual guy due to
Yeah.
DNA testing,
Yeah.
and the DNA matched up to the actual guy that
Yeah.
Khadisa said and mentioned, and yeah, he got
Yeah.
put in jail.
I
But
would have been mad, but
bro, no, that actually
years
sounds
later,
that sounds horrifying. I'm not gonna lie, it sounds like a horror movie.
yeah.
No, but honestly, speaking of horror movies, by the way, Ryan, actually, and speaking of what you said, there was this horror movie that came out, I think around 2020 or something. It's called The Blackening, and it's basically a horror movie that plays on the trope of black people die first in horror movies. And it has an all black cast of people, and basically they're stuck in this house essentially, and they're trying to escape. And there's people trying to kill them, and the people end up being white and hired by their friend that wanted to kill them, basically, because of something that happened in high school or something. And it's a really good movie, honestly. It's very comedic at some moments, but it also plays on the kind of trope that black people die first.
So their friend is white. This guy
No,
was
their
trying
friend
to
is
kill them.
black.
The guy trying to kill them is
Yeah.
also black.
Yes,
So
it's
it's all black movie.
Yes.
yes, but I watched it with my mom a few years ago. And, when I was first watching it, I didn't take it as serious, and then when she was talking about the plot twist of it, I was like, oh, that's actually kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Black on black crime.
Yeah.
You know, that reminds me of the movie Get Out. But that was white
Yes.
people. She brought her boyfriend, everything. That movie scared me. It traumatized me for life. But
Yeah, I'm not gonna. That was just kind of weird.
yeah.
But on to some music, because I know today is Friday, but we're talking about last Friday and new music that came out. Then ASAP Rocky released his album after 8 years called "Don't Be Dumb," and the cover art was made by Tim Burton. Um, it features around 15 to 18 tracks because, there's a edition that has more songs, and he released a music video for Punk Rocky, which was pretty cool. I liked it. Did any of
Yeah.
y'all see that?
I saw
No?
a trailer after Stranger Things came out. I watched it. I saw a trailer of Winona Ryder in one of his
Yeah.
music videos. I was pause this.
Yeah, and it's all over TikTok,
So cool.
her
She's so cute.
dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh
like
no,
that.
she's adorable.
But during those 8 years, he was doing modeling. he was in a movie with Denzel Washington, and he was in another movie too. Like it didn't get a lot of traction, but I saw like some clips of it. It wasn't too bad, but it
Yeah,
was
he,
like an indie movie, I think. What else? He's with Rihanna. He got 3 kids with Rihanna.
uh,
Back to back, and they're cute. I
they're
like
so
their
cute.
family.
Yeah,
I like
I
their
love their
family
Yeah.
family.
a lot. So
Yeah,
yeah.
haven't heard from them in a while.
Well, like speaking of people with with multiple kids,
Families.
on January 7th of this year, Renee Nicole Good was shot by an ICE agent like 3 times, and she was a U.S. citizen. She was a white U.S. citizen. Um, and she had 3 kids. She was just dropping one of them off at school when she like
Was blocked in her driveway.
when
Yeah.
they're blocking traffic, and they met up, and then like she let them like search her car and everything, look around, and she was telling them that she wasn't mad at them or anything, that like they were just doing their job. And then one of the ICE officers was recording, and he was like blocking her path, like he was like standing right in front of the car. And then when she was trying to drive away, because it was also like cars blocking the
Right.
street, so she was like turning all the way. He said that she was trying to run him over, so instead of like stepping out the way or like
He stood in
see,
her way on purpose.
yeah, he ended up shooting her 3 times.
And her wife
And
is in the car too, right?
I think
Her
so.
wife came
Yeah.
out the house, but she wasn't even resisting. That's the thing. She let him search the car, so they just find like reasons to rage bait people. Like they feel like they just want to like
But
make
also, a
people
lot of
mad.
people like they don't like a lot of people don't resist like what ICE is doing,
Yeah.
and they still end up dying.
They just are bad people. I can't lie. I don't like
ICE is also detaining like people who aren't even criminals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think it might have been yesterday, but they detained a 5-year-old boy and tried using him as bait to get to his family.
Oh my
And I think he like originally lived in Minneapolis, but they took him to a detention center up in San Antonio. So
That's
he's
so
like
far
That's
from his
crazy.
miles he's like
family.
miles away from his
States
home.
away.
That's so sad.
Just
dog.
think like if they're doing all this to a white lady, like how bad it is for people of color. Like and
Yeah.
how like
Yeah.
oh my god.
Like, I've been seeing like black people get like
Yeah. I've seen it, like
detained too,
yeah,
just like
Hispanic
out their
people like
homes.
they've just been and there's no reason these people are coming here, most of them are coming here for better lives. So I feel like
Hmm.
they're not doing anything wrong. They're following orders, they're doing jobs, like they're taking jobs that they can, and they're just doing what they can to provide for their family. They're not here to cause any trouble. So
Also,
Yeah.
speaking of ICE, they also did. I think there was a protest where a guy got like pepper sprayed in like a frog suit or something. Like he got pepper sprayed like while he was in a suit, and it like stung him. But he said it didn't like hurt him or anything. He's fine. But he like got like they sprayed like his airway, like the air thing that's in the like
oh, he was
little
wearing like a
suits.
suit.
Yeah.
Oh.
And they sprayed like the air thing, so he
Mhm.
had to smell that and like be in it the whole time.
That's crazy.
They're
I
evil. Yeah,
didn't
that's
even hear about that. That's
evil.
actually crazy.
Yeah, that's evil.
Oh,
Yeah, but
so stay safe, guys.
Yeah. Everybody.
Yeah, it was a very interesting week
Yeah.
in pop culture in the world and definitely in America. So stay safe. Thank you for tuning in. And this was music and melodies
Stay
and
tuned for more
mysteries
MM.
and the mix in general.